welcome back.
We're back from Royale's traumatizing episode.
It's been a week later, and Royale is just still annoyed by her incompetence.
Yes, I
And
am.
apparently, Bang Bang said to get the Mikan body pillow because apparently she's gonna need it.
Just in case.
So I
I don't
got
know why,
it.
because I've never played Ace Attorney, but
Okay.
I said 10-minute episode.
Not even 10, 5.
Oh, 5. Why 5? That sounds so long. Why not shoot for 2?
Alright.
I'm
You
gonna-
guys
I got
like
some
2-minute episodes, right?
I'm full of goo. I'm gonna shoot you in two.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Mr. Powers? Yes. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio, bub. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the steel samurai in that security photo?
Fuck if I know. That Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume.
The thousands of kids. How about that?
Or how about 3 kids in a trench coat?
How about anyone that could clearly sneak through the vent that's wide open? Thanks to the old lady. Just a hint.
They nudge, wink, wink.
Oh, what are you talking about, Ditch?
Oh, nothing. Just possible clues.
Watch it be nothing at all to like to be a little kid, because they did mention that, I think, in like the last
It
time.
actually is kind of amazing me. It actually kind of is amazing that you guys are on the right track when it comes to
Oh,
this.
we
when it comes
are.
to- yeah, you guys are on the right track when it comes to like.
I'll be
solving
completely
this.
honest. I don't remember anything I said last week.
We talked about how it may have been like that, like the guy that was murdered. You and
Yeah.
I were talking about how we thought it might have been him because of some ways that happened. You know, could have been an accident or something. Because like the costume was, punctured, but there was no blood, and it's like that for that to have happened. That's possible. Those were some things that we talked about. But
That's right.
so anyway, so where does this leave me?
Dead.
You're up Shit's Creek without a paddle.
Exactly.
Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. You're only the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, don't tell him the truth.
Lying!
Lying is better than everything.
Like when you tell someone you love them.
He's like, wait, what? Anyway,
Or the
what are we gonna do?
No.
When I tell you you're my best friend in the whole world.
No.
I was like, well, that's just that. So
You're only my second best friend. Oh, that's not so bad, actually.
No. Do you know what she says? I know the perfect idea. Quick, give me your credit card. I just need to know the how many are there? There's 16 numbers in the front. The 3 digits in the back.
The expiration
code.
date.
The expiration date.
don't worry, it's for you. I promise. She leaves for Jamaica. Never comes back.
It's
What
shit.
the fuck?
And it's a shit ton of Brazz's accounts. Sponsored by Senpai Game.
Of course.
Sponsored by the Comic Corporation.
Buy our shit, peasant. Oh.
What do we do?
First, we beg for more time.
Second, we saw.
Alright, get down to sucking.
I was gonna say,
I'm like,
second, you get down to sucking.
Yup, that's your job.
No,
And
after
the guy, oh, I go both ways. I'll take both of you. One gargles the balls, the other gargles my shaft.
Two timing is great.
double time.
Oh yes, lick the balls. That's how Judge Senpai likes it. We'll start targeting someone else, minority.
Minority.
That could conceivably have done this minority.
It's like, gee, I wonder. It just pans to the one black guard in the back.
Sus.
Sus. That wasn't working that day.
shit, you know. All of a sudden, he was making $1.50 extra an hour, you know. Gotta.
Damn it, Tokyo, Japan is not. I'm sorry, not Tokyo, Japan.
Southern Tokyo.
Yeah, Southern
Tokyo.
I'm gonna say Southern Tokyo, America.
Southern Tokyo American version is very cruel.
Oh yeah,
the minorities are actually Japanese.
Oh, yeah, do you know the actual reason why? Well, you know the fact that the localized version of this game takes place in LA.
Yeah.
This is actually funny enough. They actually had to make alternate timeline for LA where they never actually like banned Japanese people from entering in. So this is just an alternate Los Angeles with full of Japanese stuff. But I found that out. I was like, "There's no fucking way that this is actually the reason why the localized version is like weeby."
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, apparently in this universe it's canon. Weebs are welcome. Weebs were never banned.
Oh,
Japan was embraced.
If only we had embraced our Asian brethren sooner. We
Yeah.
could have had this life.
But Royale,
What?
minority.
Yeah.
Hello.
Minority.
Uh,
That was a dark joke right there.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is we're even more in the minority than you guys. We're 8% of the population.
I don't
Minority.
know, man. There's a lot of people in China.
No, I meant in
And
the
any
US.
of the Asian. Oh,
I'm
just
like Asian
oh,
Americans. I was like, what?
I thought you meant Asian in general.
No,
like, there's
Asian
a fuck ton of
Asian
Asian.
American.
No, worldwide you make
8%
more.
American.
Well,
Yeah. okay,
Worldwide,
yeah,
your
yeah.
population makes more, but in America,
Or 8% of the
yeah,
population.
you don't even make a tenth of.
Yeah. I get that.
Okay.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong minority, we might lose on the spot.
We have to go for
You
the
don't sound very optimistic about it.
We gotta go for the 8%. They're the weakening link in the chain.
No, that's why. Can I say something? Well, you know the old saying, a chink in the chain becomes a real problem.
It really points to Maya. You're the only Asian in this.
Can we go to a different one?
Yes, but I have boobs, so therefore I am immune.
Exactly. The Tower of Boobs is the best thing.
No matter the race or badges, boobs is the one universal language.
Exactly.
Everyone loves the boobs.
Booba.
Unless you're gay, everyone loves boobs.
Even then, if you're gay, you just love a different kind of breast.
It's just the man breast.
The moobs.
The moves, of course.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. You're pretty fucked.
Hey, Nick. It's time. Get the knife.
I was gonna say, it's time. The rotisserie chicken's done.
Oh, boy. Chicken.
You hear in the background, rotisserie chicken. No.
Like, ding. The ding sound.
Meanwhile, it's just an Evie eating a rotisserie chicken.
It's like, oh, thank God. I thought something was worse.
I thought that was Chicken Tenders' father, rotisserie chicken.
Nope, it's just him eating a rotisserie chicken.
It just happens to look a lot like his father.
That's Barn.
It's a rotisserie chicken the shape of an Eevee.
That's.
It's meat sculpture.
That is a peculiar shaped chicken at that. But then we genetically mutated enough to be like, oh yeah, it's a fucking Eevee in every conceivable way, but genetically, it's a chicken.
No, they just stuffed the chicken in an Eevee-shaped box and let it live out its life like that. Eventually, it turned into the shape of Eevee.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking horrible. That's what the secret KFC recipe is. The 12. Chicken.
You sunk my battleship. Meanwhile, it's just an Eevee just dressed up in a Colonel Sanders outfit with glasses.
It was just Colonel Sanders Eevee the whole time.
No, Colonel Sanders is an Eevee.
Oh.
He's just like, well, howdy there, y'all. My name's Colonel Sanders. They just Americanized
It's like,
it to the reality. It's just actually an Eevee.
It's like that. Oh, you remember that Animaniacs skit with the giant chicken?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like that with Edie. He's just like the CEO of a corporation. You're not a CEO. You're a giant Eevee.
Okay.
Meanwhile, stocks are up at an all-time high for KFC.
Yes. And you,
I can't understand what he's saying, but stocks are up.
And then, I mean, you know, you can't argue with progress.
And that's why in Danganronpa 1, all the Eevees are named after chicken-based products.
Of
Ladies and
course.
gentlemen, that is.
It was great Grandpa Sanders Eevee. He started the whole thing.
He just got really drunk off some
scotch.
off some scotch and some gravy.
The day
and
his children were born, he was drunk. He's like, I'm gonna name you chicken tenders, and then you chicken thigh.
I'm gonna inject this gravy into your bloodstream.
You'll be a part of the chicken forever.
And for some, and I will make sure that I saw the future, and I'll make sure that one of you, or probably all of you, are gonna be angry after a certain black and white bear.
You're just gonna hate bears for no particular
A
reason
certain
why.
black and white bear.
Any pandas. Anything that reminds me of anything that looks like a panda bear. You're gonna hate that thing.
You're gonna course massacre upon massacre.
Do you know what the worst part is?
Meanwhile, the panda bear population has gone down.
You know what the worst part is?
What?
If you look at what it says, this is what I have to say to do another time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze.
Getting on your knees is hard. Order in the court. The court
Okay,
will now
you might wanna hug her now. You will find this very, very stupid.
I have it right here for you.
Thank you. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgelord, will you present your prosecution's thoughts on the matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy roughly 10 years of age. The photos we do have may not be hard evidence. But there's no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict guilty on the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim, your chocolatiness.
Why is that?
There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Okay, I will say this. I will fail this intentionally just because of how hilarious it is.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear what you have to say. Now. Be aware, this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent.
As any court. Every court favors that shit.
If you accuse someone who's clearly innocent, you will be penalized.
I will intentionally fuck this up.
Okay.
Right.
Just because everything else is just...
It's the child.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will intentionally fuck this
I'm
up.
looking at the choices and I'm like, oh.
No, if you want me to talk about it, the correct answer is the security lady.
Really? I would have thought it would have been the assistant.
No, that's the correct answer. But if you just read this one, it's fucking beautiful. I intentionally fucked it up just because I got curious of what will happen.
So you want to see?
Okay.
Okay. It was the grade school boy, Your Honor! The little pencil-dick motherfucker clearly murdered him. Why isn't anyone saying anything?
Bah! Are you seriously suggesting that a boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran action saw with a spear. For one thing, the murder was clearly with the steel samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him?
Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Fuck.
Maybe? How about absolutely, Nick? What the fuck?
I just love
Mr. Wright, what the fuck? I'm afraid I'll have to penalize you. As I warned.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows your sorrow.
I just
And
love.
now we may move on.
I just love that everyone's like, oh yeah,
It was like, wow,
Wow,
we're not
really?
that smart, but we're not smarter than that.
we're not that dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this fight isn't over yet. One more chance, please.
No. But go
No.
ahead. So it really was the security leader is the correct
Yeah, the
answer?
correct answer.
Well, yeah.
I feel like the other...
No,
okay.
she's still small enough. She's in like,
Nothing is. Yeah, that's the thing. John's right. She's tight. She's small. But
it's no.
But isn't
She's only
the
a little
secu-
older than the little grade school boy.
Well, that's why I thought the assistant, because she's younger and probably slightly more capable of handling
Well,
heavy
no,
objects.
no.
Okay.
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Right? Ooh.
The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture.
because remember,
That means
the
so.
only other person who knows about the injury
Yeah, is the
was the
security.
old lady because the assistant
Ah,
wasn't
okay.
there.
That
oh,
means-
that's it. She wasn't. there
That
for
means
that.
whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The old security lady. Bitch.
What? You damn whippersnappers! Rapper, rapper.
Rada, rada, rada.
Order, order. If this true old bag. Old bag? What's Mrs. Old Bag to you?
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi.
Da, da, da.
She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume.
Da, da.
Then slipped into Studio One, the scene of the moiter.
Ba, ba, ba. Why would she go to the trouble of wearing that costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture.
Ah.
If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
Ooh, I see. Excellent reasoning, Mr. Wright. Better than that bullshit excuse than earlier.
Ah, yeah! Right here! Sherlock Holmes 2, baby! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgelord, did you want to jump in with an objection or some new damning evidence?
Even Edgeworth's like, that,
The prosecution has no meaningful objection.
what? Even he's like, even he's like, that's actually kind of hard to refute.
He can. He really cannot refuse that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, to be fair, even if I was in Edgeworth's position, I'd be like, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, if
Because
only 3 people knew about an incident
One's
and one
dead.
is dead,
Instead, the other one.
is convicted, and she also has no alibi, she kind of fucked.
Yeah, you'd have a hard time spinning out of that bullshit.
Oh, yeah. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, see? Nah, see? Edgy boy, don't just sit there and do something.
Don't you Steve, you do something?
I don't know. Do you want to press her or give her a break?
No,
No,
press further.
fuck the old lady.
Yeah.
Press further.
That was so big.
Fuck
No
her.
mercy.
No mercy.
After the bullshit.
The very
That's
same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something such a thing to Mr. M.C. Hammer?
I was gonna say, I was a big fan of Can't Touch This.
Nah.
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Ah. Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Fuck that old lady.
Fuck that old lady.
Just
That's
no pause.
No pause. That's not a sentence I like saying, but you know, you can't deny this old lady.
The fact that she's terrible at her job
And
and
she's
just to
still
keep her job. Rail takes pride in her job.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually funny.
What?
Well, maybe not funny. The two people actually got fired today for the exact same bullshit that this lady's going through right now.
Are you fucking serious?
I was informed this morning that two people were fired because I guess somebody was saying, he wasn't saying anything appropriate, but he was asking questions about like stuff that you should, questions that you're supposed to like talk on the phone too, you know? You're not supposed to say it out loud over the radio when anybody can hear.
Oh.
Yeah, and no warning, despite him working there for over 10 years, not a single warning, just, you know, you're out. That's
You
it,
know
you're
better.
done.
You should know better.
Yeah, granted, he should have known better, but I don't think the questions he were asking were that bad. I think it was just she was annoyed by the questions.
That's just bullshit.
I know, right?
It's just petty at that point.
That was just because she was asking about like how some of the scheduling is gonna work, and how some people were like some people's schedules like moved around and things like that outside of their normal work hours. She didn't like dance.
Wow.
She did not like it.
Okay, I think
She's not
I think I get the reasoning why, because some people might actually use that, you know. Use that small window of time to go, you know, do something, but even then,
It's more of a warning, like, don't do that again.
Yeah, like, it should have been a warning at least.
Yeah, I understand being mad at it, but that's something that warrants a warning. It's not like he went around spilling sensitive information.
Yeah.
He was asking for his own
Yeah, he wasn't
personal
like, hey, yo,
thing.
boss, I need to put some anal cream on. Can I go use the...
Exactly.
It's like, just imagine that I'm just picturing that now. It's like this family trying to say goodbye to, you know, to Gran, you know. She looked a good line, yo, boss, can I use some, I need to put on some anal cream. Can I go? Can I go use some? Can I go to the bathroom? And they're like, dude, you fucking mind? And I got my last, it's the Gran, and you're talking about anal cream.
Yeah, basically.
No, that was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Now wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
Look at Royale's face. She's trying.
I'm so sorry. Do you see what I mean?
You can see the fuming just in her teeth, just like.
She's like getting. I can feel the anger.
You could melt butter with that steam that's coming from.
Just don't get it. Okay.
I knew it. She's just processing all this.
The boy whose photo I erased because I chose to because it wasn't important.
And then John look at Royale has to read.
He's only a grade schooler, though. You said he was second or third
A
grade,
young
wasn't it?
kid broke in.
Stole a giant ass heavy armor to
To
get
get nothing.
Next button. Hit the next button.
Oh God!
Hit the next button. So your thoughts, Mr. Right?
He's not the killer.
Hit the next button. Once again.
I have proof.
Proof. Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows next.
I think you know.
I mean, yeah.
You know what? You know the reason why, right? Why the boy couldn't have committed the murder?
Because it was at a different time when it came
No.
in, wasn't it?
No, I think it's a security card, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because they need that.
Because you need that.
That's right. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1.
And how the fuck can the kid go to Studio 1 if he doesn't have a...
Oh, yeah, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key?
I see. Well, the witness care to comment?
She's pissed.
The windbag, speechless. There's gotta be a first.
I like that.
Fuck the old lady. Everyone's getting on her shit now.
Yep. And she still
I
keeps her
thought the
job.
bag and the ow.
I will say this. At least I'll say this right now. Something terrible does happen to her, but you know,
Thank
you're gonna
God.
enjoy it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I will. Anyway, very well. Slam. The court will suspend the proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edward, please find out about your witness, Mrs. Wendy. What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we can continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Slam.
You're gonna enjoy this. Hit the next one. I'm guessing.
Wait a second. I'm just gonna sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking.
Everyone's like, oh. Oh. Fuck
I
yeah.
love you right now. What the fuck?
You love Maya, right? Her when Maya
Her
wants to,
face with that comment is just perfect.
when Maya wants to get sassy, she really does.
does.
She really gets sassy.
That's something you and I would be like, oh great, the old bitch wants to talk some more. Just when I thought I could go home.
Yeah, he said enough. Go ahead. Next. Miss Oldbag, what's this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must
Remember,
know,
this is important.
there was something I was told not to talk about. Why? Oh,
By
Gumshoe.
whom?
I'm assuming Gumshoe.
You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who
Yeah,
told her
I'm
not
gonna
to
let you know,
talk?
it's not Edgar who's told her not to talk. I'm gonna think about it. It's a studio. Who was the one?
The
who told her?
director?
Oh, the director. Well, testify.
Yeah, because that would look bad on the studio.
Yeah,
That's it.
because that is important.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people on the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. Well, if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not going to let them get away scot-free.
And then you have to look up just in case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial.
Crewful.
This crucial information. Why didn't you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
until I'm the one who's screwed.
Yes.
And then I'll
just
Like,
like what the
really?
fuck?
Really?
I'm
You
not,
lie.
I don't know. I don't know much about the law, but I'm just like this. This is just wow.
She would have been in jail. If this in the U.S., she would have been in jail
Yeah,
by
she would
now.
have been in jail by now.
It's like, that's the third time you've changed your statement. Hidden
And
information.
and each
Time
one-
for you to just go.
Yo,
You may not be guilty, but we're throwing you in jail anyway.
at least for a week. At least for a week.
Oh no, just straight up jail. No chance of parole.
That's right. That's right. You are a bitch. No chance of parole.
You failed at every aspect of life. Get out of here.
I mean, is Royale just doing that? She's just like twirling her fake judge wig, reading a magazine.
Oh my god, look, Royale.
So yes, I see. Jail.
Royale already has the gavel and the wig.
Oh,
my god,
okay.
jail.
No, this isn't a bad dream. You're on to witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
You know what? Even the fucking judge is tired of her bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of her bullshit. I have nothing at stake with this trial.
One.
Who were these people?
They were aliens. The director and the producer for
Well,
starters.
of course they're aliens. They're out of this world. They're out of touch with...
They're also illegal. Shouldn't have been here.
They're minority.
That 8%, though.
Half of that 8% which are female, their lips. I'm going for that suki and licky.
Yes, the director and producer for starters.
The director?
We should have known that something was fishy. How could they have done a run through their action scene without a director?
Maybe
Of
they
course.
just knew. Well, I was surprised. No one asked about it. Makes sense.
It actually is true. No one asked about that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I assumed there was one there, but
Yeah, because like
That's
you
the
just,
thing. Everyone assumed that there was one there.
Yeah, 'cause-
No one thought of calling them.
yeah, well, that's because like you just think, okay, there's a director. Why would you wouldn't think, oh yeah, because the director, oh that's a witness. You just think, okay, they did the work and they went home. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because given like the time frame, I thought he would have left after the first thing. And that was it.
That they were done with the shooting.
Yeah, that they were done with once they were done with the shooting.
Yeah.
That's usually how that works, but
Yeah.
apparently not.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So where were these people?
Clearly not in that area. The director was in the employee area all morning for the
If you're
run-through.
gonna ask, that's Studio One.
Okay.
So the director was in the employee area.
Okay.
Yeah. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
In Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map. Yeah, that makes sense. Here it is.
That's where it was.
Remember,
Wasn't that where the monkey head was cut
that's where
off?
the monkey
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was falling.
That was
over.
my line, but okay.
I'll take it.
Oh, my bad. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but
That's it.
that's it.
Ah.
Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global
That's
Studios.
literally the most important information from that.
And that's it.
From
Yeah.
that segment. The
Yeah,
fact that everyone forgot that there's a producer and a director.
yeah, because I had new people. So yeah, there were other people at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present.
Alright, so they could have. Oh, wait. But he was there during the rehearsal, right?
Who?
The director.
The director was there at the rehearsal, but as we're doing the rehearsal, he was at the employee area.
So they met. He was doing his own thing in the employee area, and they all
That's
met at lunch.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. Was he like physically there during the rehearsal?
He was there for the rehearsal, but he left to go to the employee area.
Yeah,
We
Right.
don't know what he was doing.
yeah.
in the employee.
Yeah,
area.
after they were done, he went to go do his job.
Yeah, no. That's what I was just wondering. So now that's technically 3 people. I don't know about the producer as well.
Oh, can I say something? Watch it be like the producer, like she's the one that knows everything. They run everything with an eye and just like, you, don't say shit because this ruins our business.
That is
I mean,
now that we have 2 suspects.
Yeah, you have 2
That's
witnesses.
actually,
Well, considering it's, considering if there's a murder that's like all-time Hollywood, you don't know that old,
Like
that old
our-
stereotype,
like-
oh, it's old-time Hollywood. Murders aplenty. Hide the evidence.
That's the thing you have to think about too. I agree with John. This is
Yeah.
old time Hollywood. This is
Essentially.
2001 Hollywood.
Even going before that, like
And-
they're playing like
remember,
old, like
yeah. And remember that this case is actually based on a real case.
yeah.
And then they saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Fuck it, you're right.
Probably. The court acknowledges the defense point. The prosecution will go further information about the witness, Mr. Oldbag, and more information about the other people who we've just been told of now.
I understand, Your Honor.
Fucking
Good
yeah.
lord, this man is having a seizure.
I was gonna say, you do know the reason why he's pissed, right?
Oh, I know. This ends today's proceedings on the trial of Power.
Well, yeah,
You were so bad for Edgelord.
Well, yeah. If I was, listen, I feel bad for it. If I had to remotely be Edgewood, I had to deal with that bitch. I would have been like, I'd have just
has to deal
like
with
this.
the bitch
Again.
again.
I just would have been like, Your Honor, I resign myself from this case. I quit.
Can we quit? Is that an option I can do?
Yes, I know. I'm called the demon prosecutor. I've never lost a case except for the last one. But Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want to deal with the old lady.
I would
Like
rather
this.
lose than have to deal with her for one more minute.
If I quit now, that doesn't count as a loss, right?
It means I just walked away with some sense.
I'm still getting paid for it.
Right. I still had the one day. They still owe me money.
I mean, technically, they're not wrong. He did put in his service. He just can't get paid for the
He
rest
just
of it.
can't continue.
Yep.
Alright, that's it. Court's over. Get the fuck out.
Chocolate Senpai says, "Get the fuck out."
Let me go.
Especially the old lady.
Especially the old lady.
October 18,
Yeah, we already
1:04 p.m.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bub. I was right to ask you to defend me.
He didn't, though. Did he?
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought they convinced him. Okay.
Oh, they basically convinced him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't
still-
ask to defend him. They convinced them to ask.
Yeah.
That's kind of it's semantics at that point.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Really, it's nothing, Grin. Or should I sneeze?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer.
In the meantime, you have to stay in jail.
Have
fun.
I think that's
Have fun with Big Bubba's
Yeah.
coffee sandwich.
It's the fact that
Don't
he's
drop the soap. I learned the hard way.
Those beads were good for protecting my anus.
the anus bee.
Every time you should just pull it up.
No, she secretly just drops the soap. She actually
Like,
wants it.
whoops! I dropped the soap. I can't believe my clumsy fingers.
Everyone just walks away from
It's
her.
like, no. He's like, no.
They're like, this is no fun. It's
No.
not fun if it's on
Heard
purpose.
this.
Not just that, don't forget, you're 17. I don't want to get Chester.
They're already in jail, to be honest. So at that point, what the fuck are they else
Well,
they
you
gonna
do know that even in jail, there's hierarchies, right? Pedophiles are at the
Oh,
bottom
yeah,
of that.
that's true, that's true.
Even in the U.S., you do that shit in the U.S. They basically most of the time the cops will put you in a private cell because if you do,
They will kill you.
They
yeah.
will if they don't kill you, they will beat the ever like shit out of
Yeah,
you
yeah.
because they're like, I may be fucked up, but even I hate that shit.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, a lot of criminals still have some honor in them.
Well, yeah, you know why? Like, there's certain
They
there's
have
certain
some-
levels of scum where even scum are like that's I
They're
hate-
like, I can't even.
Yeah, like-
I can't even
like I
justify
said,
I
that.
can kill anyone, but damn, if you touch a child sexually, you're
yeah,
dead.
ladies, yeah, I want you to think about
Yeah.
this. A murderer is higher on that list than a pedophile.
Can I say something?
Pedophiles
Well, I mean,
are
I would
just
agree
bottom.
with that.
I would
I would
100%
agree with
agree
that.
with
I would agree with that. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just like,
Oh, yeah, no.
pedophiles are at the bottom of the list.
Oh, it
And they
is.
should stay at the bottom for all
They should
eternity.
stay at
For
the
Big
bottom.
Bubba and just do whatever the fuck you want.
Get some of that abuse 10 times back at them. That's how karma works.
I mean, really.
Really?
They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get my material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in the Sail Samurai costume? Could it really have been old windbag?
I mean, what do you think, Mr. Powers? Do you hope this bitch goes down?
Hell yeah. Yes.
I don't think it was her, really.
No, secretly, I actually do wish it was her.
I kind of do too. This would be so much happier. She's just a returning because of her age. She doesn't stay in jail for long, so she's just jumping in and out of jail over and over.
Just imagine she's only there for like 20 minutes.
Like shit.
I'm not even gonna lie. Apparently, there's a time. This is thanks to the YouTuber named The Internet Historian.
Yeah.
There's apparently a time where they legalized all crime in fucking New York, and a guy literally left prison, got arrested again, and then left prison like all within 20 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
I remember when I took.
I remember hearing about that.
I remember when I was in.
It was like an old. It was in something like it was one of those websites that told you like weird things from history or things like that.
No, I remember. This is another man's story. But when I went on my field trip to Boston in 8th grade, we went on those like little duck boat ride things.
Yeah.
And this is a story according to the guys when we were in the water. We drove past like a prison or a jail. I forget which it was.
Aww.
And the guy said like, oh yeah, it was real comfy in there. I may have said this on another episode of some other series. But in case I didn't, it's like the guy's like, it's been real comfy. So they treat you nice. So apparently the guy was like, I think he may have been, he may have just gone out. He may have just broken out just to go on the duck ride because he went, or he had
Because he missed it.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to ride by my old place. Hopefully I can see the bars from my windowsills.
Because the guy sounded like the guy had extensive knowledge. So I was like, that guy may have been in there. Like he said he was a nice guy, but
I remember my last time on those kind of boats. I fucking hated it. We got stuck in the middle of the lake because I got tired of pedaling. So like, fuck you, you're just gonna have to paddle. I didn't paddle anymore. Like, I stopped paddling and I just let my friend paddle the rest of the way back. She was pissed.
the one we had, it was a had wheels and everything, so it was more machinery based.
Oh yeah, no, this was the old school
Yeah,
paddles where
I
you
know
just
exactly
had to put you like a bike and put you
like a bike.
I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
I lost one friend.
Did you really?
No.
I'm just petty at that point.
I was gonna say that. I said maybe calling you a dumb motherfucker, and maybe said you buy me dinner.
Do you remember the friend? You remember the friend I told you about a while back ago that threw his shoe at me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was her.
Oh, that was
the friend.
Oh, that was that bitch.
Yes. I didn't feel bad at all. It was like, you can get us back.
You remember you threw that shoe at me? Fuck you.
Now that we're out in the middle of this beautiful lake, pedal us back along. Pedal.
Oh my God. You threw a shoe at me. Fuck you.
It's like, I didn't even do anything.
No, right.
For those who didn't know, she was trying to get my attention in a crowded area, and I didn't hear her. She took off her shoe and threw it at me.
You know what the worst
It hit, and it hurt.
It hurt, but at least it got her attention.
You know what? That is true.
Can I say something? Like, the joke is, we like to say, oh, we're dumbasses, and you like to make fun of each other because we're stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never been so stupid where it's like, hey, I need this person's attention. Let me just take my shoe and just throw it at him. Yeah, like I said, we've never been that stupid amongst each other. It's like, I'm going to do this.
I think the stupidest thing that ever happened, granted, we were kids at the time, so there was a little leeway. But one of my friends was like, hey, look at this cool thing I found. She picked up a beehive. Didn't realize it, and when the bees started coming out, she's like, it throws it at me. We both ended up in the hospital that day because I'm allergic to bees.
Oh my God.
Shit, that's right.
I was like, yeah. That's how I found out I was allergic to bees.
I know you told me that. It's been years since I've heard that stuff. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Like, she did this to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
All right, Jonathan.
She threw it at me. That was the worst start.
This is story.
You know what's inside of it, and you're gonna throw it at your friend. Catch. And then we had to have been like somewhere between 10 and 12 years old.
Okay, I understand.
So she should have. I understand she picked it up by accident,
panicked.
but it's the throw it at me part. Usually, if you panic, you throw things down
Or
away
away.
from you or somebody
toward
else, not toward the other person. It's just like, why?
God, that's beautiful. Oh my god.
This was story time with
Story time with
Royale.
Royale.
Story time.
I don't think it was really her.
Unfortunately, neither do I.
No, I really hope that she was. I
I
really
was
hope
really
that
hoping. Apparently not.
You know, if you just believe in Buddha enough,
he'll make it come true. Come on, Buddha.
Come on, Buddha.
these aren't just prayer beads for a reason. They don't just stick them up the ass for. Hail Buddha.
Hail Buddha. Hail Buddha. I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
Praise be Buddha.
Yes, that's right. That's one of those stupid things you don't realize you say it till after you said it. Like Hail Buddha. I'm like, wait a minute.
One second.
I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just say Hail Buddha? Yes, I did. It's like when you said I'm not drunk, you don't want to drink all the apple juice.
Yes.
It's like what?
Oh no, it's vinegar.
What?
Which drink is? Oh, I see you're drinking water. Oh no, I'm not drinking water. Oh, it's vodka. I see it's vinegar.
Of course.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. So wanted to be bad. So wanted to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old bag.
I don't think.
Oh well.
Oh.
Time to go.
You'll get no sympathy from me.
No sympathy from
No
my
sympathy
bang.
from my bag. No.
Even though I look depressed and sad.
No, this is my
That's my neutral expression.
No, this is my no sympathy face. No
It was the
mercy.
most sympathetic as possible.
I was gonna say, but how it looks pretty damn sad, like Puppy
No,
Dog.
I assure you, this is my no mercy face.
No mercy.
When there's blood on her, that's a issue.
She's like, oh,
I'm depressed now, thanks.
I had to do this. No mercy. That's
Get
all.
over here.
Time for you to die, old lady. I'm gonna do my special killing move. Finish her.
Rips her spine out.
My
fate
wins.
Fatality.
Fatality.
Can I say something? If you beat her with a ham, and don't you call that a hamality?
Oh no!
Guess what? No, guess what?
What?
If you kill her with something she's allergic to, don't you call that allergality?
I'm pretty sure Royale is thinking like every single way to torture her.
You
right
kill her
now.
you kill her with a female, don't you call that a femtality?
Fatality.
Okay. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation.
True.
All she really did was freak the fuck out. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna win with the fucking
No,
not the judge. It was the jury. That's not gonna win you with the jury.
it's not.
No.
It only makes you look more suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit. Don't drop the soap.
Thanks. I'll flex you on my butthole. Sniff, sniff, sniff. That's it. Do you want? Hi, Billy Mays here. Do you time getting anally raped on a guy? You flexy on your butthole.
It works.
You want to end the episode here?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. We'll
And
come
Royale
back on the
doesn't have to see the old lady for a while.
Yeah.
Mind you, that for a while, not ever again. For a while.
Just for a while. Alright guys, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Oh, it's still
Royale.
recording.
What? It ended her.